Fire me up, chat. Episode 110 piece of BTL. Jovan, how we doing? Happy Wednesday.
Doing great. Doing great.
Shout out our guy, Tress Way. How about it?
That was awesome.
How about it? I fired off a prayer and he responded. How about it?
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking cool. Not going to lie. Hopefully he comes through. What a day last night. The Penguins fucked us. That game was ridiculous. Whatever. We charge it to the game. We chalk it up. Thank God it wasn't the BTL squad ride, which also smacked 9 in a row. 9 in a row. You can't make it up. You can't script it any better. Incredible run, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks to you guys for voting on the right shit and clicking the right buttons. Like I always say, you're clicking the right buttons, okay? You know, our words might have an effect on what you're voting on, and these picks might be, you know, the plays that we like. But at the end of the day, you guys are voting on this shit, and it's smacking. And some of the other fucking picks we're putting up there for you guys to vote on are not. Although most are, to be honest with you. We've been hot, knock on wood. Incredible work. Incredible work. Job's not done. Job's not finished. It's only Wednesday. All right? Let's keep building up that bankroll, ladies and gents. Let's keep building it, okay? Let's do it. Prize picks were smacking last night, Jovan. Great fucking work, dudes. The goalie prop, the goalie saves prop soared over. Not JT Realmuto. Rhys Hoskins with the shortest home run odds. That was weird. Looks like he went yah and absolutely soared on his fantasy score too. So let's fucking go, Jovan. Let's keep rolling and let's keep winning. I'm fucking stoked. I'm stoked. How are we feeling after yesterday? We're feeling good?
Feeling good. Feeling
dangerous?
Yeah. We caught some piss on the ice, but I mean, hey, we got some plays. We got the first 5 over. We're ready. We're ready to get after it today.
Yeah. No, we definitely caught some cold piss on the ice. Some freezing cold lemon lime Gatorade piss.
Oh yeah.
It is what it is. We chalk it up, we charge it. I honestly turned the game off. I thought I swept last night, and then I went back to check the score later, and I saw they lost, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, you know what's not letting us down though? The 5.5 overs.
Sure.
Not down. I was mad that I missed. I didn't realize that the Stars game was a 5.5 for a while until somebody pointed that out to me and saw that sort over. But then the night game, the Ducks Sharks ended with 11 goals.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not seeing any 5.5s today. Shit, I'm not even seeing any 6s. So I guess we're not getting any of those freebies today. Fruity's back. Good fucking shit yesterday, Fruity. Not a competition. You guys are the ones that actually know shit about hockey. We're just picking our spots and taking gross bets, and they've been smacking. Plain and simple. You use your actual hockey brain and fucking know what players are going to do, right? We talk about it all the time with POD Pete and with Fruity. They're like fucking encyclopedias, and we got to utilize their resources, okay? Fruity swept on the Fruity 3 last night, I'm pretty sure, which is a huge dub. Good shit. Let's keep rolling, all right? Free. How about this talk going around about the Manders? Big day for the Manders. Big day. Chase Young is back. He's practicing today. Probably not going to play for another month, but he's practicing, which is huge. His leg is on his body, and it works, at least a little bit. So that's good. He's out there on the field practicing for the first time today. What else? Oh, yeah. They're about to sell the fucking team, ladies and gents. Let's fucking go, dudes. I can't deal with this fucking guy anymore. I think he might give up. Maybe it's the owners trying to push him out and saying, hey, man, if you don't sell this fucking team, we're going to rip it out of your hands, and you're going to look like even more of a fucking bozo. So we're going to give you, you know, a year to fucking go out there and sell the team. But if you don't, then we're going to have to come after you and fucking confiscate it. Plain and simple. I'm stoked. Am I buying the commies? No, unfortunately not. If I won 100 hockey bets in a row, I still probably couldn't even buy a season ticket. They're so fucking expensive for no reason. So it is what it is. I think the owners, low-key, are trying to push our mans out for once. Shout out Jim Irsay, who has been a pretty interesting dude, you know, in previous years in the news, but he came out and was the first owner to say pretty much, fuck Dan Schneider, he should lose the team, and the dominoes are starting to fall. Shout out Jim Irsay. Shout out the Colts. And then we go to Indy and we fucking beat them. So shout out the Colts, honestly. Fuck yeah. And then Tress Way. If you guys didn't see what happened yesterday, it was fucking sick. Or I guess this morning. Seems like forever ago, but like a little kid on Christmas. Tress Way came through for the boy. Not yet, but it's coming. I don't know if you guys saw this shit or not, but I am an idiot, and I'm still trying to figure out how to be an adult, as I'm sure some of you are as well. I thought I could just throw my jerseys in there, no issue, no problem, whatever. Pull out my Tress Way jersey, one of my favorite jerseys of all time, and it's absolutely fucked. So I hit him up. I was like, yo, like, I'm an idiot. You trying to hook the boy up? Like, zero chance anyone besides parents or friends are rocking this Way jersey, right? Let's not kid ourselves. And he fucking responded, and he kind of chirped me at the end too, and was like, "Message me your address. We'll get you locked and loaded. Make sure you read how to wash. Make sure you read how to wash before cutting off the tag this time." Unbelievable. Yeah, Tress, I can barely read, man. So just take what you can get. All right. What a sequence.
Just caught a little raid from DeGen. I didn't know he could do that.
Let's go. DeGen's got that in him. Let's go, DeGen.
He's evolving. He's evolving.
He's evolving. He's getting bigger, faster, and stronger. That's what I'm talking about.
So we love to see.
Let's go to Jen. Well, hopefully we're on the same place as him today, which I'm sure we will be. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hazen is his mod, probably, honestly. Sure. But yeah, like there's a legitimate article out there about Dan Schneider trying to sell the fucking team, which is really cool. It came out from Forbes today. I read the article. It's nothing crazy. He's looking to sell either part of the team or not sell anything or sell the whole thing. So just kind of getting options out there, but definitely a step in the right direction. This doesn't mean he's going to sell the team. Let's get that clear, though. It just means he's opening up his options. And let's also talk about another just Commander's L that just happens over and over and over again. With this John Keim tweet, Washington Commanders hire BOFA Securities to consider potential transactions. They can't just say Bank of America. They got to say BOFA. I don't understand it. It's like just when you think we're doing something good, we're fucking idiots again. BOFA? Dan Schneider, you ever fucking heard of a meme before at all? Like, this is ridiculous, dude. And then also them saying, putting the best product on the field and continuing to work to set the gold standard for workplaces in the NFL. Well, every woman quit working for the team because they were getting sexually harassed. So I wouldn't call this a gold standard for workplaces in the NFL. I'd actually call it borderline illegal and should not exist. So that's your little Commander scoop. Chase Young is back. Tress Way, friend of the program, and Dan Schneider is a piece of shit and potentially about to sell the team. W's. And we have a better record than the Bucs. How about that? Had to sneak that one in there too.
Yeah.
All right. Big day today. Plenty of stuff to bet on. We have pretty much a full NBA card. We've got a couple NHL games. We've got Maction round 2. Shout out Ohio last night. I mean, they looked absolutely incredible, just like we fucking scripted, just like we drew it up. Their quarterback and the Ohio State wide receiver transfer were an absolute fucking weapon on the field last night. I think the kid had like 200 yards and a couple tutties. And the yards prop soared for our QB. What a fucking hit. Don't love the games today, but we'll talk about them a little bit. And then, of course, we've got the World Series Game 4 that we need to talk about. Shout out our guy POD Pete for blessing with that first 5 over yesterday for the squad ride. Shit soared. Was never in doubt. Also, shout out the Yurfie, which cashed too. That was a good read for us there. Don't know why they would put that up if the shit was going nerfy. And that was a good call. We're running that shit back again today too, because I got some Prize Picks coins to play with. All right. Okay. We got to hit one today too. We got the BTL squad ride. We'll finish it off with. And then any questions you guys have, let us know. All right. Our guy DeGen saying he doesn't love anything either. Well, that's beat.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Pretty gross day.
That's
we got
beat.
Full NBA slate, but I don't really love any of these games, to be honest. It's
bro, I know it's Bank of America, but the fucking BOFA meme where you say BOFA and everyone's like, what's that? And you're like, BOFA these nuts or some shit like that. You live under a rock, dude. I know it's Bank of America. I'm not a fucking moron. What a joke. What a joke. Yeah, today's card's gross. Let's not kid ourselves here. It's disgusting, but the squad ride stock is up, and we're going to smack another one. You know what's crazy, Jovan?
What's crazy?
If you took $100, bet it on the first squad ride, and rolled it over and bet the winnings plus that $100 or whatever every single time and kept doubling down, you'd be going for $1 million tonight. $1 million.
There we go.
If anybody in chat did that, let me know. Although I'm assuming you did, and I feel like we would probably know. We probably know. And I kind of wish I did, to be honest with you. Nerfy in the first inning prop is up. Guaranteed Nerfy. That is weird that it's up again today. Is it? I don't see it up today.
I don't see it up. Which
no,
that honestly,
and I actually like.
That makes me feel a little better because I kind of like both these guys to deal today.
Yeah, I like the under in the game. You want to just cut the shit and dive right into it?
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay. I like the under in the game. I mean, we saw runs early on yesterday, but the scoring kind of stalled towards the end. And now we're getting a total here set at 7. Well, actually, it was set at 7.5. Now it's down to 7 after we saw, an absolute masterclass offensively by the Phillies early on yesterday, and they really didn't need to score anymore towards the end of the game. Houston looked lost up there at the plate, but I think from the sounds of it, you're with me on the under, at least sort of with the game script here. You think both pitchers go out there and absolutely shove?
Yeah, and I think we're starting to see some 7s hanging around too, which is good.
Wow.
Yeah, so those are starting to pop up, or you're seeing super juiced 7.5 unders, but I don't know. I think it more relies on kind of Nola because I think we know what to expect from Christian Javier at this point. Like I just don't think he's ever going to go out there and get rocked, to be honest with you. He's just been that good. And when Nola goes out there, he's either that good or that bad. Like it's just a question of what you're going to get from him. And I think he has the tools to kind of adjust from his previous start. And I think he will. Sub banks. Love it.
Thank you, DeGen. You're a fucking beast. You're an absolute beast. I hope you fucking sell some houses or some office buildings, whatever the real estate you sell. I hope you have good fortune the rest of the week. You deserve it.
He did.
You know he did. He already did. And he's turning that money, he's turning that commission check right into subs. Sure he can.
Oh, yeah.
Let's fucking go, DeGen. How about it? Thank you for the first 5 over last night. It wasn't me. You could thank everyone in here. Everyone in here voted for it. So it's on. Like, I only have 1 vote. Like, Jovan, you only have 1 vote.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we only have 1 vote each. You guys have bazillions, trillions of votes. All right. So let's keep rolling. What's the prize picks board telling you with this game? Are you seeing fantasy scores that are a little high? Are you seeing guys that are a little low? Are you seeing guys who aren't usually up offensively? Anything weird?
I would say that the Astros look a little low.
Okay.
Like I know it's Aaron Nola, but we've seen the blow up potential, and I don't think they've really seen this much respect. And I know they're coming off a game getting shut out, but I think seeing 5.5 for Jordan is a little something we haven't seen too much. So that's giving me a little more confidence that he's going to pitch pretty well. They have more total bases up than they have. I don't know the whole series. So there's 6 guys up. Hits, runs, and RBIs is pretty dry. I mean, they only have Bryce Jordan and Bregman up today, which I mean they've had a slew of guys. And then there you go, Yuli Gurriel.
What's up with this?
I have
What's
no
up
clue.
with this? When's the last time this guy struck out?
There's a couple weird offerings today, or lack thereof. It's just not like the numbers are not so much as telling. But
when's the last time this dude has struck out? Oh my God, it's been a very long time. It's been a very long time. Hold on. This might be the square.
It might be.
Or it's absolute bait. But this might be the square. I'm looking up at his game log. Give me a second. But the dude hasn't struck out in years. Not actually, but weeks. Fuck on. Bro, it impresses me how long of a season the MLB really is. People could talk about how it's not, as physically towing as football. It's like, yeah, no shit. They're not, running into each other over and over again like gladiators. But the toll of a whole season here, it can be a lot, especially for these older guys.
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time he's played?
Gurriel.
Oh, you know what? For some reason, MLB counts these stats differently because they're annoying as shit. That's what it is. I got to look up his postseason stats. But what are you thinking about the pitcher fantasy scores up there?
No, there's nothing too weird about them. They're about where we've seen both these guys in the playoffs. Yeah, it's nothing crazy for me. There's nothing crazy on the board. I mean, I guess the hits may be a tad low, not as in like these guys have never seen these numbers, but it's kind of the side of it's indicative of them having a pretty good start with Javier at 3.5 and Nola at 4. But yeah, everything on like the pitcher's numbers looks pretty normal, I would say.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I just want to know how many times this guy's struck out. So he hasn't struck out this entire postseason, Jovan.
God.
He hasn't struck out the entire postseason. I'm looking it up. Looks like their first series was against Seattle, right? That was their first series, correct?
I see it too.
He hasn't struck out.
He hasn't struck out since
postseason.
The Phillies in the last game of the regular season.
Yeah. Wow. And they're putting this up here. What's good with that?
I really couldn't tell you.
What's good with that?
Really,
I can tell you. I can tell you he's striking out today is what I'll tell you. That's what I'll tell you. He's striking out today. Holy shit. That's wild.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm taking that. I'm taking that prop. 100%. Bowling Green line is on the move, moving from -4.5 to -5.5. Do you guys want the Maction pitch on these teams? We can go over it in a sec. I kind of want to talk about the World Series a little bit more. Also, did you see Mattress Mac telling the fans to fuck themselves?
Hey, I mean, that dude is like one of the nicest guys, it seems like. So they got him pissed off.
I mean, well, it's Philly. Like they're probably saying the worst things that have ever come out of a human's mouth to Mattress Mac. You know what I mean? He's just an old geezer who's trying to sweat out a bet, and everyone's probably giving him absolute shit.
Yeah.
Did you not see the video of him like screaming?
Oh no, I saw it.
You?
I saw it. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it. It's just, I don't know. The guy goes and hands out.
Come on.
It's big. The guy goes and hands out what? He had like a giant mattress drive before going to the game or something, and that's like what he does. Period. And then he goes and sweat like his $1 million bets and just gets shit on. It sucks. I hate it for the guy.
I know it is beat, and the guy pretty much never hits his futures either. So, although he did hit one,
it's a hedge for his promotion. So like it's smart the way he goes about it.
I know, it is smart. Have we talked about how bad the Penguins sold the bag yesterday? Hey, we charged that to the game. We moved on. Nothing we could do. All right, that game's done. Leave it in the past. Don't let it get you tilted for today. All right. Quality over quantity. That's still the method. Our guy Fuzzy69 in chat, he gets it. Fuzzy99. Okay. He gets it. Yeah. Quality over quantity. All right. We're going to keep rolling.
Maybe.
What's up?
Maybe you go back to him today. Just maybe.
Yeah, no, there's 2 games and we'll get to them. That's one of them. The Penguins on a back-to-back as a favorite on the road here. The curry taco, I can barely speak. Curry taco screwed you. Damn, the tacos went 1 for 3 yesterday.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The curry taco hasn't hit in I don't know how long. They've offered that like the last, I think, couple weeks.
That shit ain't hitting, bro. Damn, that's wild. What the heck?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I like the under in the game. I honestly might bet it. I think the offense stalled a little bit in that second half of the game. I mean, obviously there was like no runs in the game. We've heard and we've seen all the stats about how much the Phillies score in home games during the postseason. They're averaging 7 runs a game at home in the postseason. Can that continue? Definitely not. I mean, there's magic in the air for sure, but 7 runs a game? Are you kidding me? No fucking way that could continue. And the total here being set at 7 or being put at 7 right now is telling me that this game is going to go under after what we saw yesterday and after what we've seen out of Philly's offense, right?
Yeah.
Pickett just added line shopping for you. Forgot to tell you that. Fuck yeah. That's a W. Go follow us on Pickett. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, we need that too. We absolutely need that. If you guys are in a legal state and you're not using a bunch of different books to get the best odds, you're literally just throwing out money every single day. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not here to fucking coach you or bitch you to be a more responsible gambler, but that's just use your brain. Turn it on. All right. Hopefully, Jovan, someday soon, you'll get to experience that.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
It was supposed to be this coming cycle, but the talking heads pushed it back, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, that shit ain't happening.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about the ML in this game? I know more bets are coming in on Philly. Not really shocking. I think everyone wants to bet on them at this point. I don't hate Houston here, ML. But I think I like the under better. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. It's tough because I don't want to bet. I can't physically bet against the Phillies right now. And it's crazy to say because I know you always want to bet against the team that makes the most sense or whatever, and I do too. But in this situation with a team with this much momentum, playing at home with debatably, I mean, I would say they're ace on the mound. It's hard to bet against them, but I do think Christian Javier pitches really, really well today too. So I would probably lean the Astros. It's kind of like yesterday I leaned the Astros too, but I was like, I can't play it. I can't fade this offense right now, and I'm kind of in the same situation.
Well, good thing you didn't take that yesterday.
I know. Great thing I didn't. Honestly, after we went through and saw like the Yurfie thing, and I was like, you know what, this really reminded me of the Yanks Shane Bieber game. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not playing the Astros. So, thankfully for that. But yeah, I can't bet on this game. I can't bet a side in this game.
Yeah, you can't bet a side. Let's clarify that. So you could sure as hell bet the under here.
Yeah,
I am seeing a boost though in BetMGM on Virginia here. Astros to win and less than 8 runs to be scored is getting boosted, which scares me a little bit. Yeah. Do we know what POD Pete is on today?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. Anybody in chat know what POD Pete is on? Let me know. I know one of you guys read his article. The Gen leaning under goods. Oh, he said he's off? What the heck? Oh, he's on Philly. Ooh. Okay. Well, that definitely makes me not want to take the fucking Astros on the road. We know POD Pete has a horseshoe up his ass. He's one of the luckiest and best bettors I've ever seen for baseball. And you need that. So I will not be going anywhere near Houston. I'm out. I will take my under in peace and move on. Okay. My guy Falser002. I'm looking at it right now. Astros to win and less than 8 total runs to be scored. BetMGM Virginia. It's probably different in your state or something like that. Every state is different. They're all run by different people. Okay. Let's move to the gridiron real quick. Let's talk about these shit college football games. All right. It sucks because we had some decent teams play yesterday. And now we get all the shitty ones. Let me give you a little bit of a rundown on these teams real quick. So we got Western Michigan getting 5 points on the road to Bowling Green. Total is set at 48.5. First of all, you don't really see totals in the 40s in the MAC ever. So I automatically lean the under in this game. I don't think I've ever seen a MAC total in the 40s. And please correct me if you remember one. And I'm probably just having short memory loss here, but I don't remember a total in the 40s ever in the MAC. That's just not what happens. We know these teams don't usually play a lick of defense, and there's a lot of mistakes, missed tackles, and there's always a couple decent skill players offensively in this conference. Nothing really defense. Western Michigan, this team sucks now. I mean, they lost Sky Moore. They lost their good QB from last year. They're trying this new offense this season that has not worked at all. Although I will say they do have a decent rush defense. Their pass defense is poo-poo, though. Okay? Their one thing they do have that's decent right now, at least this season, it has not been the offense. It's been the rush defense. All right? And they're playing Bowling Green, who has a really good quarterback and a good receiver and tight ends, one of the best tight ends in the MAC, if not the best tight end in the MAC. They're going to be trying to pass the ball and winning this game in the air. which is bad for Western Michigan, whose passing defense is no bueno. No bueno. So hence why Bowling Green is laying 5 here in this spot. It's because Western Michigan's weaknesses line up directly with Bowling Green's strengths. Now, I'm not going to go around and say take Bowling Green because that's square and that's not me. What I will say is I'm not looking to play the dog here, plain and simple. If anything, I'm taking the under in a game with a total lower than I've ever seen in a MAC game. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I like just not like blind tailing the dog because of the number when the strengths kind of align. It's kind of like, honestly, like if it was any other team, I probably would have been taking a look at West Virginia last week against TCU but I know the weaknesses of their defense and I know the strengths of TCU's offense. And the fact that I knew that like off the top of my head, that instantly tells me I'm not even sniffing West Virginia, regardless of like my affiliation to a team. But things like that, like especially in college football, I like leaning into that. Especially like in these mid-major conferences, group of 5 conferences, where 1 or 2 skill position players can make the difference. So
we saw it last night with Ohio. It was literally their fucking QB and star receiver just absolutely tweaking over and over again, reception after reception. Offense thrives in the MAC. We know that. Hence why this total is so weird to me. I don't know why it's so low. I don't. Maybe it's because Western Michigan's offense looks invisible right now. They're inept. Maybe it's because Bowling Green literally can't run the football at all and has to rely on passing the ball pretty much every single fucking play. I don't know, but I like the under. I'm going to watch the line move. I don't like that it's moved up from 48 to 48.5 today. Don't like that, but I'm assuming most action is coming in late. It's coming in the day of, it's coming in today, and I'm assuming people are just blindly taking over. So not really, that scared by that bump up, but let's keep watching it. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to NIU. We got Central Michigan, NIU. This is the second action game tonight. Both these games are on at 7 and they're on TV. All right. If you're not betting these and watching them, grow the fuck up. Okay. NIU is laying -6 at home against Central Michigan. NIU was really good. I mean, last year they were very lucky, but and they won a bunch of really close games, but they won the MAC last year. This was a legit team. But they've had some serious QB injuries this season. Their starter and backup have both gotten hurt. I don't know if their backup, Hampton, is going to be available in this game. I can't find shit on these teams injury-wise. Literally can't find anything. I looked for 15 minutes before show today. Couldn't find a lick on the internet. Have no clue if Hampton's playing their backup. If he's not, they're going to be going with the third string, who pretty much can't throw. He's pretty much a run-only QB, which definitely scares me. And they don't have Travion Rudolph, he's been out the whole year, but he was supposed to be the Sky Moore of the MAC this season. Just an absolutely elite wide receiver with crazy talents. NIU is in shambles right now. They're in piss, right? They should not be 2-6, but they've had serious injuries. They're a very well-coached, well-run program, at least of late. We know their coach is like 600 pounds. He's an absolute dog, and he's hilarious to watch run around the sidelines. He's fucking awesome. But they've had a really tough time. Central Michigan, on the other hand, they're pretty much their whole O-line. They had like 3 guys drafted in the first like 4 rounds of the NFL draft last year. Their line was sick last year. They also had Khalil Pimpleton, who's on the Lions now. Those guys are all gone. Their O-line is in piss. Their fucking line is terrible. They've got like tight ends playing line at points. They're kind of fucked right now. Central Michigan sucks this year. Both these teams took big steps back. I want nothing to do with this game. I will say NIU laying 6 with how bad they've looked and how bad both these teams have looked, I think is pretty telling. This game is like a coin flip in my mind with how brutal both teams have been. The fact that NIU is laying 6 tells me that they probably roll here at home and maybe they get back on track. Maybe Hampton, their backup QB, who's looked very, very decent and fine for them. Maybe he is back this week and they roll against Central Michigan. Do you have any thoughts on this game? I'm probably not going to play it.
Yeah, this is one that I actually did look at, and similar to the other one, like the strength of the NIU offense is running the ball, especially with their questionable quarterback situation going into tonight's game. And Central Michigan run defense is actually really, really good. So them laying 6 really didn't make sense to me on first look either. So I don't really want to lay 6 with Northern Illinois, but if I had to, I probably would. If I had to pick a side in this game, I don't want anything to do with this either.
Yep. Okay. Same boat. Same boat. Good. Let's go to the ice. Why not? We got 2
Yeah.
games. Might as well take a peek, take a gander. Let's see what's going on over here. We got Philly and the Leafs. I mean, that game is pretty much unbettable unless you're looking at a total. Do you like anything in this one?
No, not really. I mean, like,
Okay.
it's nothing I really can lay in this game.
Yeah, it's beat. Unless you wanted to throw a half U on Philly just for the vibes. ML.
Yeah, this goes.
I'm not betting that one. And then let's go over to Pitt, Buffalo. I don't like the way this line's moving. This an hour ago it was minus 120 consensus. Now minus 118 consensus. That line is moving towards Buffalo, but it's still weird to see the Penguins here as a favorite on a back-to-back, in my opinion, especially after that, absolutely brutal OT loss, devastating loss last night where they let the game slip away. I don't know if that's good for Pittsburgh today, or I don't know if that's bad. All I know is that they're probably going to be tired late in the game because they just played in overtime last night. Maybe they come out hungry and pissed off that they blew that game last night. Maybe they come out today like they don't give a fuck and lose again. I don't like the way the line's moving. What are your thoughts on this one? I think if I had to take a bet in it, I'd probably be taking Pitt, but I don't like the way the line's moving. I just don't. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care for it either, but I'm pretty sure, like we've seen this time and time again, the team on a back-to-back is against a team who is very rarely going to have line movement in their favor, like regardless of the situation. So I'm not too scared, especially since it's only been a couple cents to this point. If it gets kind of dog to favorite territory later in the day, then I might be a little worried. But them still being a favorite, like I want to go back to them. I do. I would be lying if I told you I'm itching to take the Penguins again after what they did to us last night. But this is a dog catching 80-ish% of the bets, depending on where you look, 80% of the money. And it's a dog that people love. It's a dog that people are always in love with. This year in the Sabres, who's been really good. They've outperformed a lot of people. So I'm leaning to that, leaning to goals in this game because I think that's the only way that the Penguins are going to be able to win. I don't think they're going to be able to win a low-scoring game. So I would definitely have to lean Penguins on the over.
Okay. Yeah, I like the Penguins. I might end up playing them. I might not. If this goes back to a pick 'em, I'll probably stay off. But if it stays around here, I'll probably end up playing them. But like you said, Buffalo, definitely a public dog. They're getting all the bets, all the handle. Like you said, everyone likes this team and is totally okay with betting on them, especially at home against Pittsburgh, who does not really look like the Pittsburgh team we're used to seeing. Plain and simple. I mean, they don't look that great right now.
We're banged up too.
Okay. All right. Well, let's hope that line stays. We need it to hold. All right. God, man, I don't like double dipping anymore. I've really tried not to double dip and go back to a team that's fucked me over and take them the next day, but I don't know if I have a choice with Pittsburgh here as a favor on the road on a back-to-back after OT when everyone's hopping off. I just don't know if I have a choice.
You might change your mind after. I can only assume we're going to hear quite a few Sabres pitches tonight.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Might change your mind.
Trent, yep. Got you a W on Ohio, bro. Told you to take it. Good shit. I'm happy you listened. Good work. Wish I had more action plays I love today. I really don't.
Yeah, the games are
really
nasty.
Don't. Yep. Let's head to the hardwood real quick. We got my Wizards playing against the 76ers. The Wizards suck, and so do the 76ers. I don't want to bet this game. If anything, I'd probably take the under because these are two good offenses, and this total is set lower than I thought it would be, and it's moving down. So if I were to take anything here, I would take the under, but I don't want to bet anything in this one. Do you like anything in Philly, Washington?
I mean, I kind of lean the under. Because if I'm not mistaken, this is a copycat game, except for I think this was played in Philly or in Washington the first game around a couple days ago. Yeah, Monday they played.
Yep.
This was 229 on the total.
Yep.
And the spread is pretty similar. They won by 7. They're 7.5 tonight. So I would definitely lean the under here with it going almost 12 points lower than the game that we saw 2 days ago. And then there's a little difference of location and the Sixers. Sixers tend to play these lower scoring games. I think that's one of the higher scoring games they've played in a win. When they do play, they kind of win games with their defense. So that's I like that under angle.
Okay. So do I. Atlanta and New York. Atlanta's getting a point on the road here, 1.5 on the roads. I woke up to people on Twitter saying, you have to take Trae Young's under points today. You have to take his under points. You have to take his under points. So I'm more than willing to talk about that at least today. Why is everyone absolutely freaking out about Trae Young and begging me to take his under points today?
It's because he's playing the Knicks in New York.
That meme of him going up and fucking waving to everybody and looking evil.
Oh, and it's very real. It's like I would like to fade kind of the public play. I can't do it. Like in basketball, in the NBA, these narratives like this, and it's not just like a conspiracy because like we've seen it time and time again. Whenever he goes to play in MSG, he's a different guy, and especially with him, he's been pretty lackluster lately, in these like the last couple of games. I know I've seen people bet on him and him just not even show up to the game in uniform. But yeah, I'm not fading him today. I can't do it.
Okay. All right. Do you like anything in this game? Seeing the Knicks as a favorite when the Hawks have kind of owned them and Trae Young has owned them, is that weird to you?
Yeah, I mean maybe a little bit. I mean the Hawks haven't looked great either. I mean they're coming off getting a 30-piece by the Raptors 2 days ago. So I mean I don't think people particularly love this team either. So it's nothing for me. I think I would probably take the over if anything.
Ooh, I was going to say I like the under because these teams have both been over machines this season. These teams, the first thing you think of when you look at these teams is you think of fucking crazy shootout, Trae Young, offense, overtime, close game, crazy threes. And to the total, I mean, Atlanta's 5-2, the Knicks are 5-1 to the over. But we have seen it go up about 4 points, so I'm probably off, and it's pretty high. So I'm not going to bet.
It's already pretty high, and I just think it's going to be a pretty back and forth game, to and through the game. So it's not like a crazy in-depth read or anything on the line. It's just I expect this game to be back and forth all throughout the game. I think Trae Young, does he get his points or whatever? Maybe, but he's going to play well regardless, and that helps the entire team. And both these offenses I expect to do pretty good.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to Cleveland, where nobody ever wants to go, but Cleveland's red hot. They've won and covered, I think. Let me confirm. Yeah, they've won and covered 5 games in a row. They're playing Boston, who, I mean, the news came out yesterday that's their coach from last year. They took them to the finals, is going to end up going to the Knicks, which I feel like is kind of weird. Don't know if that's going to have an effect on any of these guys today playing, but Boston -2 on the road here with against Red Hot Cleveland. I know it's Boston and they're a public team and everyone likes betting them. I definitely lean Boston here on the road as a favorite with how hot Cleveland's been. Any thoughts on this one? I don't think I like it enough to play, but I do lean Boston.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely lean Boston here too. Nothing screaming at me to play it either.
Yep.
I do kind of like the total. Not that I'm leaning playing that instead of the Celtics if I had to take a pick, but with it sitting 222 and I think dropping a little bit or going up a little bit, that makes me a little scared to take the Celtics.
Okay.
Because I think if they win this game, they're gonna have to lock in on defense, and kind of shut down the Cavs. So it's worrying me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but
okay,
I don't want to touch this game.
What about Miami, Sacramento? Anything?
I mean, the Heat always have problems with the Kings. It scares me, especially coming off of a big emotional win against the Warriors.
The Warriors who have not won a game on the road this season, by the way.
Yeah, I know that.
Wild.
That. It is. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And yeah, no De'Aaron Fox is kind of what doesn't want me doing this. Doesn't want me doing anything in this game either. It's a little weird, I guess, to see them laying 6.5. I guess after losing to the Kings the first time earlier this weekend.
Yeah, but no De'Aaron Fox though.
No De'Aaron Fox, but there's also no Tyler Hero, I believe. I don't think he's playing either. which he's not De'Aaron Fox by any means, but it's a little strange. I mean, just off the line, I guess starting to move down with the De'Aaron Fox news too. I would kind of lean the Kings, but this is another one where it's just there's too much going on both sides for me here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with not playing that game. That game sucks. Detroit Bucks. Detroit ML, half you. Go on about your day.
Yeah,
I'm not touching this fucking game, dude.
This is also a copycat game. They just played on Monday, and the Bucks won by 2. They scraped it out, the skin of their teeth, and now they're laying 11.5, which is not a crazy line for the Pistons, but I mean they're showing them some serious respect after the way that first game went.
Yeah, as they probably should. It's the Bucks playing the Pistons. That first game was probably closer than it should have been. Today will probably be a blowout, but I'm not laying to minus 11.5. No, thank you. Clippers, Houston. Houston's only getting 5 at home here. I think these guys also just played as well. Let's see. Yeah, they played in LA a couple days ago. The Clippers won by 2 at home, and now they go to Houston, and now they're laying 5 on the road after winning out by only 2 at home. Now it is the Clippers who are way better versus the young Houston Rockets. It's also John Wall revenge angle. If he's going to end up going in there and getting significant minutes, we'll find out. But I lean Houston here, I guess, but I'm not in a rush to take anything in this game because the Clippers really haven't looked good of late either. They've lost like 4 or 5.
Yeah, same situation. I need to see the injury stuff too, because that's always a big question with the Clippers. So I don't know. If anybody in chat knows if there's anything going on in this game on either side, let us know. But I would lean Rockets. Another game where I'm not sprinting to, put anything in here either.
Yep. Agreed. Let's keep powering through this disgusting NBA boards. Charlotte versus Chicago. Chicago's laying 5.5 at home here. I don't want shit to do with this game unless you do. We can move on.
God, no. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure these guys haven't played in a little bit. Okay, they have not. Toronto and the Spurs. Toronto's laying 7 on the road here, going into San Antonio's. No, thank you. Pass for me.
Yeah.
Anything for you?
I mean, probably lean Raptors, but they've looked really good. But I mean, so have the Spurs. It's yeah. If Keldon Johnson is out, like people were saying, that definitely plays a role into them getting a lot of line love.
Yep.
But they have done this with injuries too. So I don't know. Another one. Injuries are kind of screwing it over here.
Okay. Yeah, and it's the NBA. And also, I want to talk about this more in depth once college basketball starts, but there's the best NBA prospects, debatably since LeBron. In this year's draft class, kid from overseas who's like a 7'6" Ruby Gobert, fucking Giannis hybrid thing that's just absolutely a monster. I forget the kid's name, but it's some crazy name. I don't even know how to even pronounce it. The kid's going to be an absolute animal in the league starting next year, literally. I know you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're going to see some serious tanking going on in the NBA this season. Maybe not yet, but it's going to be earlier. It's going to be more common. You're going to see teams tanking early and often this year to try to get this kid. I'm telling you right now, because he's going to be a game changer. All right. Wembiana. Is that it?
Yeah.
Wembianas. Yep. He definitely has to get a little bit thicker, Zach. I agree. Yeah, OKC is fucking up. They're playing too good. I think they have enough draft picks, though, to create 7 new teams at this point. Injury prone, not sold. Yeah, could be the next Bowl. I agree, but could be spending his whole career on the injury report for sure. But let's not act like we know the future. Okay, this kid could be healthy as an ox in the NBA and be the next Giannis, who nobody fucking knows shit. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like that's what's going to happen because that's really cool until it doesn't. So I'm in on this kid. I've seen his highlights. They're nuts. Is he the next Chet? I don't know. Maybe. He could be. All right, let's go to Dallas. We got Dallas minus 5.5 against visiting Utah. Utah's got that good record. They're sitting at 6-2 coming into town. But I think you can agree with me here. This Utah team, I don't know how they're doing it. They keep getting away with it. Are they going to continue to get away with it? Are they way better than we all expected? Is this a fluke? Do you want to take any bets in this game? Where's your head at with Utah, and what do you think about this game going into Dallas?
I mean, I would lean the Mavs here, just because I don't think they're going to keep getting away with it, or that they're going to really want to get away with it. I just think that the pace of the Rockets, or not the Rockets, the Mavs play at, it's just going to be too much for this offense. I mean, they like to play fast. They like to get the ball at the court. They like to play with a little more tempo, like to speed the other team up. That's how they've been winning a lot of these games. So I would lean the Mavs. I think we could definitely get a Luka masterclass tonight. But it's yeah, I mean, the Mavs certainly aren't going to let the Jazz go out there and jack up a bunch of threes, which has been another way that they've been winning a lot of games. They're one of the best 3-point defenses in the league. So I would definitely lean the Mavs. Maybe the Jazz are finally due to get shellacked a little bit today.
Yeah, 100%. Damn, I want nothing to do with that game then. Okay. What about, so these last 3 games are actually decent, including the one we just talked about. Now we got Memphis, Portland. Is Portland a fraud? Is Dame not playing? I'm assuming he's still out. Yeah, I'm assuming he's not going to be playing. They're getting 5 points at home to Memphis. I kind of think Memphis rolls here, but they're going to be a public play. I just think Portland's luck is going to run out here soon. I lean Memphis. The line's moved a point towards them, which is good. It's going to be at 5 soon. Do you like anything in this one?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to lean Memphis too.
Let's go.
I think by the numbers, I kind of expected them to be a little more public in terms of the handle and bet percentage. But I can't really trust this Portland team yet. I still need to see more. I mean, Anthony Simons has been fantastic, but I don't think he can carry the load on a consistent basis. I'm sure they have other guys that can do it too. But this Memphis team is going to start playing a little better than they have. And, you know, the record doesn't show, but they've been playing better basketball. They dropped 2 to the Jazz. I think they'll start to get going here. It's a good spot in their schedule too.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd lean Jazz. Like the move too.
All right. Looks like we got another sub bang. Whoever did it, show yourself. Who did it? You're a fucking stud. Who did it? Why on God's green earth did I bet on tennis today? What tennis play did you guys take today? I need to know. Do you know what they're talking about?
No clue.
Okay. I need to know. Whoever sub bangs, you're a fucking dog. Okay. And also, yeah, hit a lay and sub up, little bro. Take notes. Nadal ML. I guess old man Nadal is getting back out there. Unless he's playing on clay, I don't want to give him a look, to be honest with you. He's also probably minus $1 million. Let's not kid ourselves. No, thank you. All right, we like Memphis on the road. Let's hope that line gets to 5. The game of the night, Pelicans, Lakers. This game sucks because I want to take the Lakers. I wish this was any other team with any other, honestly, same players, but just different team name. I wish this was not the Lakers because it being the Lakers still makes me think in the back of my head, this could still be a sharp trap here to try to get you to fucking keep betting on the Lakers and thinking that they got to turn it around at some point. They've got LeBron. They've got AD, right? They've got to turn it around. Well, they don't have to do shit. And what we know is that they look terrible and they can't shoot or really score unless it's LeBron just sprinting full speed to the basket. I want to take the Lakers +3 here. We know the Pelicans have looked decent. I know the Pelicans have some injury shit going on too, though. But it looks like Zion is back, although I think Brandon Ingram is going to be out too. There's a lot of injury concerns. AD is questionable. I'm pulling up the fucking injury report. Give me a sec. LeBron is a game time decision. AD is a game time decision. LeBron's going to play. He's probable. AD is questionable with a back injury. This dude has literal glass bones. He said he's going to do everything in his power to be able to suit up on Wednesday. He sat out the last game, which is a good sign for today. And then you go over and look at the Pelicans. I mean, they're riddled with injuries too. I mean, they got Brandon Ingram is out. He's going to miss the next couple games. They've got Herb Jones, who isn't that big of a deal, but looks like he's going to play now, actually. He's back after missing some games. But a lot of moving pieces here.
That's a little big of a deal. If you're talking
you like Herb?
I love Herb. I mean, he's one of the best defenders in the league. I kind of lean the under in the game. Kind of independent of all the injury stuff going on. Like, I mean, the defenses, I think, are going to come out to play in this game, really. And how good does the Pelicans defense have to be against the Lakers offense? Really not that good, especially if you're missing AD. Not that he's been fantastic, but I don't know. I kind of like the under. It's trending down too. So that's the play I would make instead of kind of straight fading the Pelicans and taking the Lakers. I don't want to bet the Lakers either. I really don't.
Yeah, man, I don't either. But sometimes you have to. Pelicans have also won the last 3 in this series, including the last 4 or 5, and these games have gone under in the last 4 games in this series. The Pelicans have been an over goats. The Lakers have been an under goats. Not shocking. Everyone wants to take overs with LeBron, late night games. That shit doesn't hit. Not really shocking there. So if you had to take a side, are you taking the Lakers here? What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, if I had to, but I can tell you right now, I'm not going to.
Trent goes, someone say Lakers?
Yeah. Working up real quick.
Oh, man. Yeah, it should be a safe late piece. Sure. Yeah, I'm in no rush to bet the Lakers either. Damn. The card blows today.
It does. It really does. It's gross.
Card blows today. Today's a good day to get your guys' life back in check. It's new beginning of a new month. I think it's the 2nd of the month. Get your life in check. Read a book, maybe. Don't read a book. Go look at odds and study for college basketball, actually. Maybe clean your room. Yeah, today's a good day to kind of get your life back in check with these shit games going on, okay? I mean, I didn't love anything in the NBA. No, I really didn't. The only plays I can really get behind here is, I mean, the under in Washington, Philly I like. The Penguins, money line. I mean, the under in the fucking World Series game. Right?
Yeah.
Damn, Trent, if you're listening, bro, today's the day to take a Nerfy. But you got to take it on the books. Because they're not putting it up.
For a reason.
Not putting it up. Yeah. Well, they've been pretty telling with that. With putting that up and not putting it up. Knock on wood. So maybe we take the Nerfy on the books. Squad ride Nerfy.
Squad ride Nerfy.
That would be crazy. You guys are losing your mind from this Kraken game last night, aren't you? Holy shit. The Knicks haven't covered in their last 3 games and have lost the past 2, but they're 3-0 at home and host an Atlanta team that is concluding a 5-game road trip. Hawks have lost their last 2 and are 1-4 ATS in their last 5. New York's defense at home helps the team get the cover. All right. Going to assume that's not a biased take there, Mets hot picks, taking your Knicks. But I actually like that. I like that play. I do. I don't hate the Knicks tonight, but I'm not going to be betting it.
Yeah.
Nope. I'd literally rather take the Nerfy tonight. I might take the Nerfy tonight. Straight up. Can we get some odds on that? Can you guys do some research for me while we're up here? Can someone let me know if they got their book up, what the odds are for the Nerfy? Let me know. Because it's probably minus 140, if I had to guess. It's probably minus 140. Minus 140. Wow. What the?
Jeez.
What a guess. I should be making these lines. Nola already selling. Jesus. Knicks are 7-1 ATS the last 8 meetings against the Hawks. Wow. Okay. Lockmouth, big day for you, man. Big day for you.
Huge.
Big day for you, bro. The commentators last night. Wow, minus 105 on Caesars. Good looks, Marty. Good looks. The commentators last night during the World Series kept bringing it up. They kept talking about how this is the most improbable World Series run that they've ever seen. I was trying to think of some other, runs in the past besides just talking about my Nats again, but that's definitely one of them. I'd say another one would be that Cubs comeback that they had a couple years ago where they were down 3-1
in
the World Series and they came back and won. That was fucking nuts. I'd say the Royals winning it with that crazy stacked bullpen. I think anytime a team like the Royals wins a World Series is pretty fucking crazy and cool. That's probably up there too. But like, where would you put? And let's just say, I'm not saying I want to curse the Phillies, but I do kind of hate their guts, and I have an Astros ticket. So let's say Philly does win the World Series here, Jovan, which it's looking like they're going to, up 2-1 already. Who do you think is the craziest team, in our lifetime to win the World Series?
I mean, I would have to say the Cubs. I think it's.
You would say the Cubs?
I would say the Cubs personally.
Okay.
That'll be my pick.
Okay. Chat, what do you guys think? A lot of Cubs. Cubbies. Sox in 04 was also insane too because it ended that streak. I agree. That team was also very good. But what a run they had, right? Coming back in that series against the Yanks. Royals, Cubs had the talent. They just sucked for a few games. Yeah. Okay. Personally, as a Nats fan, Nats, all right, Poogers, I'm with you, bro. That's very biased, and I agree with you. That's my biased opinion too. Braves are up there. Nah, the Braves are actually really fucking good and a really, really run team, and not surprised that they win the World Series ever at this point. Yeah, the Royals was nuts too. Like people act like that didn't even happen. The Royals won the World Series a couple years ago.
People forget that
Cubs were the best team in baseball that year. I do agree. What's up?
People forget that Royals Mets World Series.
People do forget that.
It's just like I never hear it talked about. It just never happened. It's wiped off the face of the earth.
Yeah. Well, fucking loud ass Mets fans wiped that one right on the table.
Yeah.
Don't forget the 75 Reds. I can't forget something I don't remember and wasn't alive for. Sorry, Beast. I was like negative 25. So. Let's talk about Tim Salmon being the best player on a World Series team. Who the fuck is that? Am I an idiot?
I mean, I know who that is, but like the Angels are long gone from us.
Yeah. Okay, Matt. You don't have to date yourself there, Matt, with your Angels talk. Did the Yankees win it last year, though? Right? Nah, Jaden, here's the crazy thing is that they act like they're the best team ever created in all of sports, and they haven't won a World Series in 14 years now, even though they have all the money and resources in the world and the big name brands. And they go around acting like they're the greatest things in sliced bread, and they can't win shit because they're run by a bunch of idiots, and they continue to choke. That's the craziest part, Jaden. It's nuts. Yeah, the Yankees blow. They blow. Hilarious. Did you hear those reports about the players bitching to their agents about how hard it was to play in that series at home? Did you hear about that shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
These multimillionaires who play a kid's game that I would give my left nut to be able to be in their position, whether I'm on the worst team in baseball or the best, are complaining about it being a toxic atmosphere during the game. Number one, you guys are soft as shit, and that's the most 2022 thing I've ever heard, and I fucking hate it. Number two, I mean, grow the fuck up and win a World Series. Go out there and take it. Go out there and do it, just like all these other teams have done the last couple of years. It doesn't come to you. You got to go out there and fucking take it, like the Phillies are trying to do right now, like the Nats did a couple of years ago, right? Like the Braves did. You got to go out there and fucking take it. It doesn't come to you just because you're paid a lot of money and on the Yankees, you're not entitled to shit. Honestly, the only thing you're entitled to is people mocking you for not living up to your expectations. The whole thing is ridiculous. You know what you signed up for. You signed a contract to play on the New York Yankees. You know the baggage that comes with that. You know the fans are annoying as shit and they have high expectations. You know why they're pissed off and why they're yelling at you and why they're booing? It's because they continuously let down the fan base that's way too invested. I feel very similarly with my team that I'm rocking right now. It is what it is. Absolutely humiliating and embarrassing for those Yankees players. How do they look themselves in a mirror? Calling themselves a man after those complaints and excuses. You're a multimillionaire playing on TV. You're a celebrity. You're famous. Everyone loves you. Shut up. Go out there and win. And stop being a bitch.
That's simple.
That's all I'm going to say about that. It's
That's
ridiculous, dude. Like, You want them to hand you a World Series without you going out and actually winning it because you're on the Yankees? You want people to feel bad for you when you lose and melt again? Nobody feels bad for you guys. You're multimillionaire professional athletes that everyone would love to be. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Typical Yankees BS is what that is. Typical Yankees BS. And our guy, I Love Lamp, is right. Let's move on and not give them any more of our time. You're right. Cody also says grow up. Yeah, they need to grow up. Okay. I used to be a Red Sox fan. I still have some in my blood. You can tell. Trap Dollar. You can tell. What do I think about Dan Schneider hiring a team to sell the Mariners? You think he's going to keep a stake in the team? To be honest with you, dude, like I think that Dan Schneider could be just fucking with everyone. I really do. Just because he hired Bank of America to come in and value the team and look around for potential suitors doesn't mean he's going to do it. Until I see actual stuff happen, I'm not believing anything because we've been talking about this for a decade, right? Astros fans blaming the loss on McCullers tipping is crazy because I could have sworn they said that knowing what pitch is coming didn't make a difference. I love it, Fruity. Incredible. I love it, Fruity. Yeah, dude. It's like, oh, you're mad at the other team using their fucking eyeballs and brains and noticing that you pick your leg up way higher on certain pitches. That sounds fine to me. That doesn't sound like a team, having cameras in center field and banging on a trash can when a certain pitch is coming or wearing a buzzer to tell you when an off-speed pitch is coming. That sounds way worse than just reading the room and noticing when a pitcher's doing stupid shit. Another absolute Astros L.
Yeah, they did that to the Rays World Series year too, or Nats World Series year. They Game 5 ALDS. I remember Glasnow was tipping heavy. They picked up on it and they were praising a bunch of the department. They're like, yeah, shout out these guys for figuring it out mid game and alerting us. It's just good analytics. And they were like, oh, Carlos Correa is like, no cameras or anything needed. Now it's that's his fault.
Well, when it flips on you and you switch sides, that's just weak. That's beta mentality. You got to stay strong. And that's the last team that should be complaining about anything, especially cheating related shit. I mean, come on. Yeah. Come on. And I know a lot of those guys are gone, but some of them are not. And the guys that are not are the guys that were cheating. And they're the big name guys who are counting their guap after winning a World Series and getting paid more by cheating. And guys, everyone fucking cheats. Okay? Just don't get caught. All right? If you're not cheating, you're not trying. But also, how far can you go? Like, they took it too far. They got caught. Bada bing, bada boom. Don't be a fucking idiot. And don't complain when other people are cheating. You know what I mean? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I love it. I love that quote. But to an extent. To an extent. All right? Where's Trent at? He'll be on here in a couple. He'll be on here in 20. All right? And also, yeah, that's not cheating. Is looking at the fucking dude's leg kick. Straight up. That's not cheating. Wow, an arrest is about to be announced in the Brian Robinson shooting. Okay, yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Still can't believe his leg healed with bullet holes in it faster than Keenan Allen's leg. So that's still crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't want to crazy to me. Shit on the guy, but are we ready to talk about how he's not yet as good as everybody thought he was going to be coming back from injury? Are we ready to have that conversation yet? About how Antonio Gibson is still so underutilized in that offense?
So it's tough because the team is run by a bunch of fucking idiots, Jovan. Like, our OC is only there because his dad was Norv Turner. Our head coach is only there because he's such a good guy and he's there to change the culture. The guy doesn't know a lick about offense and blames our bad offensive performances on our QB like a fucking moron. Our defensive coordinator called the fucking storming of the Capitol where people died a dust up and not a big deal. And that's a guy that's trying to go out there and lead men to go out there and fight their asses off and be a leader. Fuck no, dude. These guys are a bunch of idiots. It's the inmates running the asylum, literally. You can't expect us to use the guys the right way. Jovan, we paid J.D. McKissick a couple mil to come back this year for what? Like, you want to talk about not using Antonio Gibson enough? Let's talk about J.D. McKissick, who over the last 3 years in the NFL, is the third best receiving running back in the NFL behind Kamara and behind McCaffrey. It's J.D. McKissick. And the guy hasn't sniffed the field for more than like 10 or 15 snaps a game yet. Why do we even bring him back? Yeah. I don't get it. Our whole running back situation is a shit show. It really is, but it shouldn't be because we have 3 different types of backs. You got B-Rob, who's your pretty much normal, ground and pound guy. He's no Derrick Henry, but he's your pretty standard running back. Then you got Gibson, who is, Jovan, he's literally a receiver. He's literally a receiver. He played receiver in Memphis more than he did running back. We should be using him more, honestly, in my opinion, as a receiver. And then you got J.D. McKissick, who is literally just a receiving running back, who for some reason this year we've only used him to just run up the middle on third downs. I don't know what the fuck they're building over there. They're a bunch of morons. I'm done trying to figure it out. To be honest with you, I think I'd have a better job running our offense at times than Scott Turner, who's an idiot. And he's only there because his dad's North Turner, and he came over with Ron from Carolina. We know Ron loves his Carolina guys. I don't know why, because they sucked. And the only reason they went to a Super Bowl was because of Cam Newton's. So the whole thing is just dumb. Darius Geis, that's a name we can't be talking about in here. That guy, I wonder what he's doing these days. Hopefully he learned his lesson. That's all I'll say about that. Yeah, dude. This is a crazy Kirk Cousins revenge spot. Anytime there's pressure, I want to fade Kirk Cousins. So I was talking with some buddies about this yesterday. Yeah, Kirk Cousins is coming into town, and it's a 1:00 game, and he's played a bunch of games here, right? So part of you could think that he could be comfortable playing back in his, the stadium he's played the most games in. But the other part of me is like, you know what? Added pressure plus Kirk Cousins equals bad play, equals bad performances. So maybe he goes out there like a primetime game, and maybe he won't be able to handle the pressure from the 10 fans who are in the game actually giving a shit and screaming at him. Maybe that does get to him because it's Kirk Cousins, and mentally, he's not that strong. He's just not. So I'm thinking this could be a weird game for Kirk. When everyone's talking about how Kirk is going to slice and dice our secondary, I think Kirk might play like shit. And I think our defense is showing serious heart, serious improvements every single week. And I still think they can get better, and they're going to get better and look better as the season goes on. Watch out for this Commies defense. They're actually legit. They looked really fucking good last week. They're going to look really fucking good again this week against the Vikings. There's only so much you could do against Jay Jettas, right? He's going to get his. It is what it is. But Dalvin Cook should not be doing shit. He hasn't done shit all year, and our run defense is elite. So it's going to be the Jay Jettas show. Kirk Cousins is going to throw a pick. It's going to be a weird, close game. The Commies are going to cover. I don't know if we're going to win, but we're going to cover. Do not take the Vikings in your survivor pool this week, okay? That's all I'll say about that. And don't let the Commies get hot. Don't let them get hot. Don't. So you're saying I should place a Commies Super Bowl ticket? No, dude.
It already paid.
Okay. Yeah, the Commies do have fans, Haglin. We got about 10. And I blame that on Jovan because he brought it up. So sorry I went on a rant about the Commies, but that's on him.
Fair enough.
Any NFL spots this weekend that really stick out to you? I don't know if you've had a chance to really peep the boards.
Oh, I have.
I did yesterday. You did?
Oh, yeah.
There's a spot that I really love, and I want to talk about it for a little bit. And it's not the Commanders, so you guys will be happy, okay? It's the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Laying -2 at home. You probably could have guessed that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, give me the fucking Cardinals. I'm nuking them. Straight up. Don't know why they're a favorite here. Everyone knows they're terrible at home. Everyone knows Kyler Murray, Call of Duty just dropped, whatever. He doesn't care. Everyone knows Cliff Kingsbury's a bad coach. They're 3-5. Seattle is 5-3. They're coming off a huge win against the 6-1 Giants. Everyone loves Seattle. Everyone wants to fade Kyler Murray and the Cards. But the Cards are -2 here, which makes no fucking sense with how they've looked this year, how bad they play at home. But if you actually look at their stats at home this season, that narrative is kind of bullshit and kind of wavering. They've been putting up points at home this year. They have. And I think they put up points against this terrible Seattle defense. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, hence why the total's already gone up from 49 to 50.5. There's going to be points. And I think it's going to be a lot of Cardinals points since D-Hop has came back. That's opened up a whole new fucking lane for this offense. James Conner should be back, which is huge because Eno sucked in that backfield. Give me the Cards. Don't know why they're a favorite here. Actually, I do. There's only one reason. It's because they're going to fucking win. That's why. So give me the Cards. Love this play.
I'm in. So in.
You're in?
That's obviously like you look at the board. That's the one that sticks out to me.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Ooh.
I absolutely love that play. Pens over 3.5 plus 115 to plus 105. Comrie on power play on Prize Picks for 3 goals allowed. He has pushed that or gone under last 4 or 5. Just going to leave this here. Well, thank you for leaving that here. I appreciate it. Jovan, it sounds like we've got some new props up on Prize Picks. Let's go check them out.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 2 of them. It's just
fuck.
Sabres goalie and the Flyers goalie. What's interesting? It's interesting for sure.
Yeah, the Sabres goalie's up there. And he's been pushing. He pushed the last 2 here in this spot. Would you give the over goals allowed a look for Eric Comrie?
Yeah, I'd play it in like a 2-piece though, because of the push potential. I mean, he's pushed it like 3 times, 3 of the last 5. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I've seen that price for a Penguins team total on the road yet this year.
Okay, you're saying that their team total is higher than you've ever seen it on the road so far?
The price for it is. I think that's one of the lower. Yeah, because they score at home. Like that's their thing. They score a ton of goals at home. And I don't think I've seen their team total price that high on the road. Even like they've played games against like the Kraken and Canucks on the road. So I don't think I've seen it that high. I don't think I've seen a move to it that significant either. Not that 10 cents is huge, but for a team total when it's sitting at 3.5, about to cross the even money line, that's it's interesting. It's a little interesting.
That's definitely interesting. It makes me want to take that over on Prize Picks for sure. Corey dropping some heat, unfortunately. Georgia is going to absolutely butt fuck Tennessee this weekend, but nobody's ready to have that combo. Unfortunately, I think you're right. Tennessee is already reporting a ton of money. Not really shocking. Sabres still down 3, starting D-man. They'll continue to give up chances / goals. Okay. Yeah. All right, Bayman. That's good. It's about that time for a squad ride, ladies and gents. Chat's hungry, I can tell. They're asking for it. They're begging. They're begging. Well, what are we going to put in here?
I mean, that's the burning question.
What are we putting in here?
Chat, let us know what you guys like.
What do you guys want us to put in? Underworld Series, Nerfy, Pistons, Flyers, Sabres, Penguins, Bowling Green. Take night off, slate sucks. That's probably the right answer, but we're not fucking doing that. No chance. Grow up. Hawks ML, Celtics ML, Bulls ML, PSG ML, Cavs, Vikings. What the? Matt, get out of here. Okay. Haglin saying Leafs ML is a lock. I would hope so, Hags. They're minus 350. All right. Lakers under. Okay. I think we put in the Houston Philly under 7. I'm sure you're cool with that. I think we put in the Penguins ML.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we put in the Wizards 76ers under.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know what else to take. Ooh. The Western Michigan Bowling Green total is now back down to 48.
Ooh.
We could put in that under.
We could do that.
We could put in the Western Michigan Bowling Green under.
I'm down.
What else? We could put in the Nerfy. I'm kind of scared to put in the Nerfy because I think if we do, it's going to win.
Oh, it's so going to win. It's so going to win.
But I think it's going to hit.
That would be the most disgusting squad ride of all time. And it very well could hit.
It's so crazy. It just might hit. Literally.
It just might work.
Nadal ML. What is Nadal's odds? Somebody tell me what Nadal's odds are to win. It's probably like minus 300 or some shit, dude. Let me know what his odds are. Minus 235, minus 250, 290, 200. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. And we're not parlaying shit. We're not parlaying shit. One bet, one winner, one play. All right. Jovan, are we putting the Nerfy in here or do we not want to put it in?
If the streak wasn't on the line, I'd say put the Nerfy in. But that can be like a sub squad ride off the record.
You don't want to put it in?
No.
Dude. But I think it's gonna hit. I like it. Fine.
Yeah. You can put it in.
Nah, if you don't want to put it in, we won't put it in. We'll just put the under in. Let's just roll with these four. And let's just sway chat to fucking.
Well, you know what? The chat wants it in. We gotta be men of the people.
All right, let's put that shit in.
Put it in.
Let's put that shit in. Fuck it. You know what? Abraham Lincoln once said, scare money, don't make money, fire off units left and right. And I live by that. All right? I live by that rule. Look it up. All right. We've got the Washington Philly under. We've got the Penguins ML. We've got the Houston Philly under. We've got the Western Michigan Bowling Green under. And we've got the Nerfy. Got the Nerfy. They're literally chanting, we want the Nerfy in chat.
I know.
We want the Nerfy.
It's going to be a blow.
Oh, man. We want the Nerfy. Unbelievable. All right, Joshy, get that fucking poll up there, brother. Let me know if you need the plays again. Let's go. We're off. Wow, the Nerfy is going to win.
Yeah, you might as well get that graphic going.
Oh, what have we done?
Yeah.
Honestly, we should have more trust in our goats here because they haven't let us wrong yet. Mother of God. 80 votes? This might be a record. We've already got 81 votes halfway through the poll. Get your fucking votes in. Get them in. I mean, the Nerfy, it's going to win. I want to see the Nerfy get over 100 votes. If it doesn't get over 100 votes in this poll, I'm not putting it in. 12 more votes. 9 more. 8 more. 5 more. Okay. We got it.
Yeah, we're there.
Holy shit. Why can't you see the poll on mobile? DeGen, I don't know, man. That's a great question. I don't know. All I do know is that the game's going under and there's not going to be a run scored in the first. Okay? That's all I can tell you. Trent, take the Nerfy with us, bro, if you're listening too. All right? Let's fucking go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would have told me 2 weeks ago when we started this that we'd still be crafting up plays to put in the squad rides, sitting at undefeated, probably say, I want what you're smoking because it's probably that good. Who would have thought we'd be sitting here at 9-0? 9-0, ladies and gents. 9-0 runs don't grow on trees. All right? I know my guy Jovan's been fucking working his ass off. He's doing 8 a.m. classes just so he could come on here on BTL and spoon feed, pretty much DoorDash right to your fucking door, priority winners. Left and right. Let's get some W's in chat for Jovan showing heart. Let's get some W's in chat for you fuckers for somehow, some way, when all the odds are against us, you continue to pick winners. And I have full trust. In the BTL army to pick a winner tonight with the Nerfy. Shit smacking. Let's fucking go, Trent. Let's fucking go. All right? Shit, I might match it. Fuck it. Why not? Why not us, ladies and gents? They doubt, they chirp, they hate. But at the end of the day, when they're behind the keyboards, they wish they were sitting up here, Jovan. And let's keep fucking grinding, because I know your ass has been living in that Prize Picks app. You're not even paying room and board. You're living in the Prize Picks app for free.
Rent
right?
free.
Keep finding winners. Keep finding winners. Let me know what the fuck you're on later today. Job's not done. Job's not finished.
That.
Why not us? Let's go 10-0. Let's prove everyone wrong. 10-0. It sounds so fucking good, and it's so attainable. If there was an alt nerfy line, I would take it. Let's take no hits. Let's take no hits in the first.
No hits.
No hits or what? Let's take a perfect first inning.
No
Why
hits. Over 5.5 strikeouts.
2 immaculate innings parlay together plus an infinity. All right. They just give you FanDuel. You own it. You just own the app now. Before I dip, where are you doing my college hoops research? That's a really good question. I'm reading shit from all the beat reporters. Obviously, my guy Rothstein, who's the GOAT. Been keeping up with him. He's been traveling around. College basketball Twitter is awesome. You can find a lot of shit on there if you follow the team's beat reporters and stuff like that. Also, there's some really fucking good guides out there you can get. There's a really good one that I'm reading right now. I'll plug my guy. It is, let me fucking go to it real quick. It's called The Almanac. All right. It's the 2022-2023 season preview for college basketball this year. Check it out. Find it. It's not hard to find. It's called The Almanac. It's got a picture of all the fucking college basketball GOATs for this season on it. Great fucking read. Okay. We may or may not have one of the guys who wrote part of this on BTL next week. Little sneak peek for you guys. I told you we have a really good fucking college basketball analyst coming on next week. I'm not kidding. We've got a good one coming on, and I'm really fucking excited. So there's your little hint for you guys. Continue to ride and staying in the BTL chat until the last minute. You guys are my fucking goats. All right. Jovan, it's about that time. Chat.
Yes.
Unfortunately, got to pass you off to the GOAT, Trent. I got a weird feeling about Trent today. I think he might pull some strings together and hit a parlay on a day where nobody expected.
Sharps on parlay.
Day
Sharps
where
on the over half parlay hit.
Yeah, sharps are on the over. The odds have already moved. Plus 1,000.
Reverse line move.
Thank you guys for coming. You guys are fucking awesome. BTL episode 110. We're out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Thursday night football. BTL squad ride today. Let's fucking get it. The Nerfy. Yeah, you heard it right. The fucking Nerfy. It's smacking. We're going to be rich.